Hello guys, my name is Sin, and in this video I will be reviewing the new Endgame Gear XM1R mouse. The XM1R is an upgraded iteration of the XM1 with most of the changes being under the hood. Well, except for the new color waves as you can see here. Most of the video is just going to be comparing the XM1R to its predecessor, the OG XM1. I will be going over if you should upgrade to the XM1R, who should upgrade, and what Endgame should do with the future of the XM1R to make this great mouse even better. So before I start the review, the XM1R was sent out by Endgame and I thank them for that, but this will not affect my opinion. So let's jump right in. Shape. The shape of these two mice are identical, and that's not a bad thing. I personally love the XM1 shape as it fits my wider hands and my claw grip style, and this is definitely in my top 3 favorite shapes. The backwards location of the hump allows for this mouse to excel in claw grip, and I definitely aim really well with it in games and Kovacs. However, there's a caveat to this, which is that the XM1 shape isn't for everyone. The shape is definitely on the larger side, and the mouse is quite wide, which means people under 18 by 10 hands will not be able to use this mouse effectively. So if you buy the mouse, make sure to measure your hands and to check if they're at least 18 by 10. My hands are 19 by 11 and I have no issues with this mouse. Both of them are also 70 grams, so there's no changes in there. I will now go over the changes between the XM1R and the original XM1. So right out of the bat, the most noticeable change were the clicks that came with the XM1R. The XM1R has KLGM 8.0s, while the older XM1 has Omron switches. The KL switches absolutely dominate over the Omrons, and once you use the XM1R's new switches, you just cannot go back to the mushy Omrons on the XM1. I will now give you a sound test of the buttons. The XM1R's KLGM 8.0 clicks. Side buttons. The OG XM1's Omron clicks. Side buttons. The second change is the sensor. The XM1R has a Pixar's new 3370 sensor, which is more power efficient and is generally used in wireless mice because of this. The XM1 has a greatly integrated 3389 sensor, and I honestly cannot tell the difference between them. They're both very snappy, both very precise, and both are very top-notch sensors. However, Endgame swapping over to a 3370 might indicate that they're finally working on an XM1 wireless, so I legit can't wait for that. But the sensor swap and the mouse is just not worth the upgrade. It's a welcome addition, but definitely not a game changer. Now the third change is the color waves of this mouse. Before it only came in black and white, and now there's these new colors and a glossy version of the XM1R. My version is called the Dark Frost and it looks really cool. As you may or may not know, the XM1 V2's coating is my personal favorite. I haven't seen a coating that's better than the XM1's, and the XM1R really lives up to its predecessor, and even with the new look, the coating is super grippy and feels very premium, so no changes there. Now this mouse also has minor changes that I'll just list there. They also changed the scroll wheel encoder. The XM1R's scroll wheel feels a bit lighter with the middle button click being a lighter. I don't know which one I prefer, but the change is there. They also added a ring around the sensor, which is probably to help with the liftoff distance, and now you can add like these large style Zowie feet, as there's a cutout for it. I find these to be better than the feet that come stock with this mouse, and I really didn't enjoy the 4-corner stock feet as it wasn't properly rounded and was horribly scratchy. I would recommend you get third-party skates for both of these mice. I have Tiger Arc V2s on my OG XM1. Now, the final change that they made is they made the XM1R's cable a bit stiffer. Now, this might seem a little backwards move, seem like a backwards move, and it kind of is. But the cable is still the most flexible stock cable that you can buy and feels awesome with the bungee, so no complaints there. Overall, both of these mice are very solid. The QC is excellent. I haven't seen an issue with both. I've been mating the XM1R for a while now, and I've truly loved this mouse. Now, for the final roundup, is the XM1R worth it? If you already have an XM1, then no. I wouldn't recommend you get an XM1R because they're just too similar to justify paying another $60 for it. However, if you are in the market for a mouse and you really don't care about wireless and claw grip, then this mouse is a very solid contender and I would recommend it. If you're on the fence about buying it, then just wait. Just wait. I'm sure Endgame is working on an XM1 wireless version, and if you haven't already bought the XM1, I would just wait. Now, for a message to Endgame, please, 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 please release the XM1 wireless. Don't rush it, we know what you're capable of, and a 60-gram XM1 will create ripples in the mouse community and will probably be my endgame for a long time. So, thank you for watching this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and peace.